vasárnap reggelén Essenben. Még korai van, egy kicsit 9 óra 15 perc, és még csak a kiállítók vannak bent, amivel sikerült leszervezünk rá számotokra egy interjút. Egy nagyon érdekes projekthez jöttünk, aki a miniatűrök és a wargamek világában otthonosan van, azt talán már találkozhatott vele, de ez egy új projekt lesz, Edge névre hallgat. Sokat még én se tudok róla, de itt vagyunk a készítőkkel, a fejlesztőkkel, akik festéssel is foglalkoznak, úgyhogy szerintem vágjunk is bele, kérdezzük meg őket, hogy miről is van itt szó. Lássuk! So, hello, madam.
Morning.
I've seen the posters yesterday and it really catched my eyes, so that's why I came here for you.
All right.
To you, and I'd like you to talk about this game, this beautiful game.
Thanks, man. Yeah, so the game is called The Edge. It is like a war game, but we wanted to try something different, something a little bit fresh. That's why you not only have a miniatures and what most war games will recognize as a ruler and so on, but you'll also have cards. And there are like a lot of skill cards. Those cards are for different units you can use. And we wanted to do something fresh that will be more dynamic than the normal war game. A lot of war games for us are kind of boring, like you move only your units and there are not a lot of possibilities. You roll a dice a lot. And this is a little bit changed. You need to make a more strategic thinking, and more things are happening because of the cards. You have way more possibilities, way more dynamic. So basically the game plays like this. You have your own units and you need to gather those kind of crystals.
Yes.
So those crystals are the most important source of mana, and if you have your mana, you can cast more spells, right? Mm-hmm. So it goes on and forth. This is actually a skirmish game that we hope to develop as a standalone war game. So you could build your own army and you could also build your own deck of cards. So you could also create your style of game, not only with miniatures but also with spells and abilities you're gonna play, right? So it goes on and on until one of the players is out of victory points or all the crystals are gathered. So this creates kind of a little different dimension, not only fight with your opponent, but also try to push, touch the crystals so you can gather them. And for example, as one of the skills, this is Brute. This is Brute Warrior. We wanted to give a very unique touch to every miniature so that it will have its own story and its own skills because of that story. So this guy loves to fight. He's like a fighter, main fighter, and one of his skills, which is my favorite, for example, you're here and you're using this card skill, which is Great Battle Taunt, and everyone around him needs to attack him instantly. So they need to come to him and they need to start fighting with him, which is can really mess up your game, because you're you're planning, okay, I will take this crystal, this unit will take this crystal, but he used his skills and everyone is around.
So basically he's the tank of the party.
He's the tank, exactly. Yeah, more or less. But he can hit really hard also.
Yeah.
So yeah. So basically this is this kind of game where you have a very lot of moments where aha, and then your opponent is
Yeah, so there's a lot of interaction between the players.
Exactly, and
fighting.
There's always a moment when you can do something. It's not like you're watching when your units get killed. You always can do something.
Yes, because in many miniatures games when you fight you can't. So when the opponent's hitting you, you can't do anything. Just watch your units die.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's a good mechanic. Awesome. And how will the project go? When will it be released? Or?
Yeah. So we're after a Kickstarter actually, and we'll have it finished, the first starter box, which it will include Demons and Chapter Army, in around 2 months. Yeah. So December is our deadline for shipping, and we really hope that we'll ship it this way. Then there will be a third faction, which is faceless creation, and from there we hope to build a very cool community around it, which we could develop and add more factions, add more units, and so on.
That's awesome. And in the core set, the miniatures come unassembled and nothing.
Yes. This is actually, the wargaming players will understand this is part of the hobby. you not only want to play, but you also want to create your own unique army. So you know, like you want to paint it in the way you want. Like, for example, you want a pink demon. Why not, right?
Yeah, a pink demon would be nice. So,
But don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, I won't. I promise. As I was talking to your colleagues yesterday, they said that you're also working as painters. So
Yes.
you take special orders for painting the miniatures because.
We're actually our core business, and we started as a miniature painting company. We painted mostly like Warhammer 40k, like Infinity and stuff like that.
Can we bring a brochure because we could
Yeah,
show
sure.
the viewers? And also, can you bring a comics?
Yeah, sure.
I'd also love to show you because I bought it yesterday and it was awesome. So
Here are, for example, some of our work.
yeah, I've seen the Tau Empire. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's one of our. Those are actually our best paint jobs, and like
these are really
but
awesome.
there's like a lot of things going on right now. We're doing like Warlord Titan, which is like this. This is the miniature.
Oh my god! Miniature game.
Miniature game, exactly. This is what actually the miniature it is from Polish War. It costs £1,000.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The Tau army, this is the Tau army I'm talking about. This is our special camo scheme. Yeah, so we actually were working as a painting studio, and then one day we thought like, hey, why not do our own miniatures? The miniatures we would like to paint ourselves, right? Because there's like a lot of things that you think like, oh, it would be awesome to paint this kind of demon or whatever. And we just like, sit down with the artists, we made it happen.
Yeah. Okay, we talked about the mechanics of the game, and I've seen yesterday this beautiful comics. Okay. So let's talk about the setting later.
Sure.
Could you tell us
No problem. Okay,
some
so
things about the setting?
well, the main problem is that for the events like this, you have no time to explain the setting. And whenever people ask me what is the story about, I'm saying like, yeah, it's angels versus demons. but it is not like that. I mean, I hope you read the story.
I haven't read it yet.
Okay, but you will have like a deeper understanding because like the demons, we didn't want it to make any good or bad. Like the demons are not actually a bad race. They are actually just like they need to expand their resources on their own planet, have exploited, and they need to find another world to get things like new resources, new planet to habit. So they are not the bad guys. They just they are just in a situation where they need to conquer another world, right? They are conquerors of war. And the setting is really rather dark, very post-apocalyptic, and very serious. We wanted to make serious steampunk games. A lot of steampunk games are like frivolish, freaky, like really funny. And we wanted a steampunk game which is very serious, very with a deep meaning, with a grim dark kind of thing. This way you can see on the chapter units, you can see a lot of steampunk technology, right? When you have, for example, this angel of death, which is all gears and so on, so forth. So you can you have a lot of interaction there. For example, snipers, I will put it next to it, have this exoskeleton, which is also based on steampunk technology. And a very important story point in the game are the crystals. So you have the crystals who are the source of power, both for chapter and for the demons that they can cast magic. And they compete for the crystals. So this is the energy source that they will. And there's a lot of deep story points. We'll actually have a book published with stories that will define the settings, and a lot of stories for both sides. So you can, as I said, there are no bad guys. You can either have, you can either see the perspective of chapter, or you can see the perspective of the demons, and they will both have sense. What I like most in the stories is for example, if you have a Game of Thrones, right? There are no bad or good. There's just different interests conflicting, and it's the same, right?
Right. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
I think we've learned a lot about this really beautiful and really awesome game.
Cheers.
I'll definitely check it out later.
Alright.
And well, be sure to check it out on our channel, and we'll include your link in our video.
Okay.
So thank you for your time.
Thank you very much. Cheers.